Hey everybody, Scott Open coming at you here. In this video, I'm excited. We've got E6 Connect now working with Skytrak. Got a demo to try. Got a couple that you can try as well. Something very important. I think you should check it out. It's a very cool thing. And actually so far, kind of impressed. But I'll go over my favorite features and show you what I think you should check out. All right, so when we start looking at this, first thing I would look at is just, again, being E6, being the kind of the home of simulator golf, in my opinion. That's, stuff I've been playing simulator golf for a long time, and I started on the Dead Solid Golfs for any of those that remember those, but it's really a cool system that has come out, and they always give you a lot of options, and I know in talking with them in the past, I always kind of wanted more options, and they've done those things, which is really nice. So with that said, we're looking at, all right, what can we do with this? And that's what I want to know. So we're gonna go back, I'm gonna take us home here. What can you do on the demo version? Well, the first thing you can do is you can go to the range and you can log in with your E6 Connect account. That's cool, and get your stats and all that. But right here, I'm gonna just move on through, and what we'll see is you're gonna have a driving range and a chipping and putting. What I think is really cool with these are, the driving range has got a bunch of targets that you can pick, like a flat range, just a normal flat range, large target range, short target range, shot shaping range. I'm gonna check those out, but that's pretty cool. And then if you go to the short game area, you can do a chipping and putting area like they kind of had before on the old E6, if you played any of those. And then they have some areas where you can hit specific shots. So they'll put a target at a yardage and you just hit the shot and see how close you get. That's pretty cool as well. So you can have a standardized shot that you practice. Let's say you test yourself. All right, I'm gonna hit 10 shots on the 30-yard range. You can see where you're at, what you get as far as your proximity on those 10 shots. And then you can do that again. You can easily set that up again and try it down the road, see if you got better or worse as you go. So that's pretty cool as you go. The other thing is I'm liking it, using the touchscreen. We've done some remodeling. You can see the wires and stuff, but getting the touchscreens in and stuff, it works really well with that. So I'm excited about that because this is a new toy. I want it to work. So playing golf right now, you can see all the courses. So that's nice. You can see what they have. And obviously they have a good selection. The price of them, that's always kind of the issue, but you can pick the Aviara first and play that course. So I think we should go ahead and do it. Let's fire it up, see how it is. I think really cool interface that we got going on, but let's see how it actually plays with the Skytrak. All right, so I've put us on a par 3 here, 155 yards. A couple of things that I like. If you're like me with my setup, I've got a net, and I'm more doing teaching, things like that, but my setup's geared to have multiple people hitting. So the netting will hang down. So the yardage up there is covered, but what I love is they have the yardage on the screen. That's super helpful. Even if you can see the yardage, people, like on the old simulator, it wasn't blocked out, but people still didn't know where to look and see how far away they were. So just something that's a small detail. It looks really good with the map. The graphics look great, so that's awesome. Now let's see how we hit a shot with it. A couple of things I'm gonna look for is, one, I wanna, if I hit a shot, I want the shot to be correct, even if it's bad. Like, I actually would probably test this out and hit some bad shots, but I want to see the shot be bad if I hit a bad shot. It makes sense, right? Now, the other thing is, let's just see how react time, and do we get misreads, anything like that as we go. So we're just playing a par 3. Okay. Hit it pretty good. Pretty normal for me, just a little left, little draw shot into the green. Hits and stops. Ooh, a little backspin. I don't know, must have a ridge there. That's fun. Pretty good. Okay, so we get to test it out on putting. Here's always kind of the bugaboo when I was playing sim golf and we had to putt on the Skytrak. It was always an issue. One thing I like is there is no putting setting. It's just ready to go. Now I haven't tried putting from off the green, so I don't know if that's a thing. 52 feet, looks like you just gotta aim at your line, just like the other simulators, and it's up 2 feet. So I gotta hit this a little bit. And let's see. So that's very slow. Like if I did that in the other simulator softwares I've done, so I might have to mess with the green speed. I got it halfway there. So that's a slow green. I know it's uphill, but I thought I hit that pretty hard. So that's something I'll have to adjust to, but I like how it worked. I actually like how it kind of came off and everything. If I can hit it straight, there goes my ball rolling. Beautiful. I think it's on 10-foot gimmies to start, which is kind of the standard. Still gives you your data. I launch angle 0.5. Who knows if that's actually correct? Something I'd actually want to check out. But no, that was actually pretty cool, pretty fun. And then we're on to the next hole. Pretty smooth as we're playing right there. I like that. All right, so we teed off on the next hole here. So hit a 3-wood. And what I wanted to show you was the data that comes up. So one thing that I'm interested to ask about is club face, club path, because Skytrak doesn't track that. So what is that? It makes sense. Like I hit a pole draw, so you know it started straightish and then drew, so the path had to be a little bit to the right of the face. So that makes sense. I'm interested how it gets its club speed. Again, is this just a guess like Skytrak does? All that. Ball speed seems pretty normal, and the distance seemed about right. 240 for a 3-wood for me is about right. Spin seems all right too. And so yeah, pretty cool. I like some of the graphics they've always had with, all right, hey, here's the path in the face. So no, it looks really good. You got your data up there too. So that's pretty standard, pretty simple. You can look at a variety of shots. I've only got one on this hole, but you can look at all the shots together too. So that might be good in the range mode. But yeah, so far so good. A pretty sweet little setup that they got going. So pretty cool piece of technology there. I mean, really making the Skytrak a better unit. It was always something the Skytrak I've always kind of thought of as, the kind of the second unit that I've had out of some of the other ones, the flight scopes and all that. But really makes this an enjoyable unit. Definitely something to check out. I know the price tag's hefty on it, but we're gonna be at the PGA show next week, have appointments with Flight Scope, talking with E6. Let us know. I'm interested in the Mevo Plus, how that works. I've done the Skytrak. One thing we wanted to point out, I did try this with an Air 2 iPad, and to be honest, it works, but it's not very good. It's very choppy, very, very slow. So I want to see, I think you have to use a Pro iPad, so we'll look into that and see what we get, and then if that's the case, we'll try it out with an iPad Pro. But Air 2 wasn't as good, although it does work. So that's something I'm interested in. What do we need to make these things run? I want to see the Mevo Pluses work with it as well, and then kind of go from there. But really kind of a cool product so far. Excited to have it going with, and I haven't even gotten into the online stuff, so we'll look into doing that as well. But if you have questions for these companies at the show, comment down below. Let me know what you want me to ask them. I'm going to hear it directly from those people so they can answer them. If they don't know the answers, they'll find them out. So let us know. Happy to answer them, and we'll make a video coming back. So make sure you're a subscriber for that video coming back, and we'll get after it. All right? Exciting times for garage golf and simulator golf. So thanks for joining us.